Hello everyone, FedEx Gaming here, and welcome back to another Redstone tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build my simple 3x3 flush piston door. Now, there's a few cons and positives about this one. One, it is a very simple door to build. Two, it barely uses much resources. And three, it opens up very fast. However, the con is it looks disgusting when you open it up. You should definitely not go to me for doors and things like that. I'm not too great at building doors, but I think I like it. I like it a lot. So if I flip up this lever, as you can see, our 3x3 flush piston door opens up and the inside looks like barf. You could honestly clean it up and make it look nicer than I have, but this is the exact amount of non-movable objects you'll have to use. And then when we flip it down, it closes extremely fast too. So very simple door to build, but very ugly when you open it up. And of course, I'll be showing how to hook up a button at the end of the video, but let's go ahead and look at the redstone. And that is the entire thing. You can see it doesn't use much redstone at all, very small, but the one bad thing is it just looks very ugly on the inside. So let's flip it down, the door closes, flip it up, and the door opens up. So let's go ahead and start building this thing. All right, guys, for this build, you're going to need a 5x3 spacing, and you're also going to have to dig down 3. Now, just giving a heads up, where that checkered line is exactly where your wall is going to be. So just giving a heads up, the checkered line is where your wall is going to be. Now, the resources you're going to need for this build are 13 sticky pistons, 1 regular piston, 8 redstone repeaters, 2 redstone torches, 15 redstone dust, a lever. I'll be showing how to hook up a button at the end. We are also going to need 5 slime blocks, 9 immovable objects. I highly recommend using furnaces, but I'm going to be using obsidian as my immovable object. We are also going to need 1 slab, and that should be all the resources. So once you have gotten your 5x3 spacing and you have dug down your 3 and gathered up all of your resources, let's go ahead and put in our input first. So we're going to come right over here to the left-hand corner, and we're just going to come in 2 blocks from here. So let's go in 2 blocks. So 1 and 2. Just like this, break these 2 blocks, and right here is where your input's going to be. It's going to be 1 block over from the left. Go ahead and place your lever right here. I'll show how to put the button in the end, but we're going to be using our lever to activate everything just to make sure all this stuff is working. Next up, come right underneath this block and place in your 1 slab that you need upside down, and then place a piece of redstone on top of it. So when we flip this down, the redstone comes on, flip it up, and the redstone goes off. Next up, swing to the inside of where your redstone dust is and place a block right here. Now, I'm choosing red because this is our input block. Any power going to this will make our entire door work. So we're going to have to hook up our button at the end to this block. So now that we know where our main input block is, we're going to come down a block from the input block and place a repeater coming out of this block on 1 tick delay. Next up, place a block in front of your 1 tick delay repeater, a block down from it, and we're going to place a piece of redstone underneath this block and another piece of redstone on top of it. Next up, come down a block from where the repeater is and place it right here. And then coming out of this block, we're going to place a repeater going this way on 4 ticks delay. So if I flip down this lever, everything should turn on. And when I flip up the lever, everything should go off. Then right above your 4 tick delay repeater, we're going to be placing in an immovable object. I'm going to be using obsidian, but you can also use furnaces. I highly recommend using furnaces. Next up, coming out of this block that has the redstone on it, we're going to place a repeater going this way on 2 ticks delay. Break down a block in front of your 2 tick delay repeater and place a piece of redstone in here, and then place a block above the redstone. Make sure you get that redstone in there. And then we're going to come 2 blocks over, 1, 2, break down this block as well, and place a sticky piston facing upwards with a normal piston on top of it. So this redstone underneath this block should activate our sticky piston. So if I flip this down, as you can see, both of these extend up. And then when I flip it up, they should retract back down. So flip it up, and as you can see, both pistons have retracted back down. Next up, we're going to place a block right above our 2 tick delay repeater. We will no longer be able to see it, so go ahead and place a block right above it. And then coming out of this block, we're going to place another repeater going this way on 2 ticks delay. Place a block in front of your 2 tick delay repeater with a piece of redstone in front of it. And then place an immovable object in front of your redstone. Make sure this block cannot move. Then right down from this immovable object, we're going to place in a sticky piston right here. And then right in front of your 4 tick delay repeater over here, we're going to place down a block with a sticky piston on top of it. You can go ahead and break the block underneath it. It's not needed. Next up, we're going to break out these 2 blocks right here. 1, 2. This is just so our slime block door doesn't connect to this. And now we're going to take out our slime blocks and place all of our slime blocks 1, 2 like that. And then 1, 2, 3 just like this. So now if I flip this down, our slime block should go all the way up. And then when I flip it up, our slime blocks should come all the way down and be flush to the floor. So I'll do it one more time. Flip down the lever. They should come all the way up. And then flip up the lever and they should go back down. Now we're going to take out the blocks of choice for our door. I'm going to be using quartz. So go ahead and place in your blocks of choice 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So now the whole bottom half of our door should close. So flip down the lever. The whole bottom half of the door closes. flip up the lever, and the whole bottom half of the door retracts back into the floor. Next up, go ahead and take out your movable objects and place 1 here, and 3 right next to your slime blocks, and that should be pretty much all the immovable objects for the bottom for now. You can also come up 2 on this side and 2 on this side right now, so when we flip it down, boom, it goes all the way up, and flip it up, and it comes all the way down. Now all we have to do is the top half, and we'll be completely done. So to get started with the top half, we're going to come back over here to where this piece of redstone is and place a block right next to it, place a torch on top of it, place a block above your redstone torch, and then place another redstone torch above that block. Then coming out of this off redstone torch, we're going to place a block right here and have a repeater coming out of it on 2 ticks delay. Then off of this block, we're going to place a sticky piston facing inwards towards our door with a block of choice in front of it. You will be able to see this block. Then we're going to place a block right above our off torch like this. And then we're going to come out 2 more blocks above these. So 1, 2, and place redstone above all of these blocks. Then we're going to come out another 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. And then coming out all of this redstone, we're going to take out our repeaters and place in 3 repeaters. 1, 2, 3. Now the repeater closest to the slime blocks, we're going to set this one to 4 ticks delay. We're going to keep the middle one on 1 tick delay. And then the one furthest to the left, we're going to go ahead and switch this one to 2 ticks delay. Next up, come over here to your 2 tick delay repeater and place a block in front of it. And then we're going to take out our blocks of choice. You will be able to see these blocks and place one right underneath this block as well. Next up, we're going to break out this middle block and then come out 2 more blocks of choice here. So 1, 2. So there should be a total of 3 blocks right above where your door is and place in 3 pieces of redstone. Then we're going to come over here to where our other repeaters are. We're going to come out 2 more blocks. So 1, 2, and then come out 2 right here in the middle. 1, 2. So it should make a T looking motion. And then we're going to place redstone along all of these blocks except for this one. Do not place a piece of redstone above this block. Now we're going to go ahead and take out our sticky pistons, and we're going to come right underneath it and place 6 sticky pistons facing downwards. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And then off the back row over here, we're going to place in 3 more facing towards us. 1, 2, 3. And then place our blocks of choice in front of them. And that should be everything, guys. We should be completely done. So this is what the top should look like. We'll have a repeater over here on 4 ticks. The middle one will be on 1 tick. And the left one should be on 2 ticks, going into an upside down T. And then right underneath it, there should be some redstone coming from the 2 tick delay repeater. And now what this piston down here does is it will retract our bottom ones. Well, it will update it so our bottom pistons right here retract. So let's go ahead and flip down our lever. Everything should close. So we'll flip down your lever. Our whole entire door closes. And then when I flip up the lever, the door retracts back in. So now all that's left to do is clean up the area. So let's go ahead and place some more blocks of choice right here. So here is our entire door frame for the front. There we go. So when I flip it down, as you can see, we can't see anything. And then when I flip it up, it retracts back in. Now all we have to do is come in here and clean all this up. So place blocks here, place blocks right along this side as well. Place some blocks on this side as well. And then we can go ahead and, you know what, let's go ahead and just change that out as well. And now that is the whole entire back area. And then of course you can come out 1 more like this just so we don't see the redstone on this side as well. So let's place some blocks here, and then we'll just place some blocks on this side as well, and this side as well, so it just looks even. There we go. Now if I flip down the lever, boom, everything is hidden. Flip up the lever and everything retracts. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to hook in a button to this thing. All right, guys, so now I'm going to show you how you can easily hook up a button to this thing. So we're going to swing back over here and find our input block. Our input block is this red block right here. And you know, I'm just going to dig out this area just a tiny bit so we have more room to work with. So what you want to do is first set a repeater going into your input block. And if you already know how to make a monostable circuit, then you can go ahead and just make your own button. But if you do not know what to do, then just follow along. So then right behind your repeater, go ahead and place in a piece of redstone dust. And now what I'm going to simply do is make a monostable circuit, go into a sticky piston that will let go of a redstone block that will activate our door. So what I'm going to do is come out 1 more block from my redstone here. So 1, and then come up 1 right here and place in 2 blocks. 1, 2. And then place a sticky piston facing downwards off that top block. We can go ahead and break these blocks. They're no longer needed. And then place a block of redstone in front of our sticky piston. So now once I send power to this sticky piston, it will activate my door. So let me just show you really quickly. If I go ahead and, you know what, do I have my lever on me still? There it is. So if I flip down a lever off this sticky piston, as you can see, the door will close and the door will open up. So now all we have to do is hook a monostable circuit going into this sticky piston to hook up our buttons. So I'm going to come over here to this side, and you know what, let me use a different color as well. Let's just use red because this is technically the input. So I'm going to place a block right here next to my sticky piston and place a repeater going into my sticky piston. Then right behind it, I'm going to place a piston facing upwards with a piece of sand on top of it. Now if I place a block right here next to my piston with a piece of redstone on top of it, and I have a button on this side, the door should close. So if I click the button right here, boop, as you can see, the door will close. And if I click the button again, the door will open up. So now what we want to do is hook the button to this side as well, so we have a button on both sides. So what I'm going to do is take out my blocks of choice like this, and we're going to come up to right here and place our button on this side. So we want our door to open up from this button as well. So we're going to come onto the inside, place a block up next to your redstone, a block down, and then place a repeater going into this block. And now this button, it should work as well. So if I click the button, boop, the door will close. Click the button again, and the door will open up. And obviously, if you want to hook up your button anywhere else, all you need to do is bring your power from this piece of sand to anywhere you like. So let's say I want to go all the way over here with my button and click it. As you can see, the door will close and the door will open up. And there you guys have it. That is how you build a simple 3x3 flush piston door. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe to stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Boop. Peace.